Good morning, students. It is the week of July 2nd, 2018. This is our final week for sports reporting in the summer of 2018. I hope you enjoyed it. Want to talk to you about a couple things as we get going into this week. First of all, on your feature stories, everyone is going to receive full credit. Why? Because this past week kind of got away from me. I did not get caught up on my grading, did not get all the comments made that I wanted to make. And as a reward for me not getting what I need to get done for you, everybody is going to get full credit on that assignment. I will go ahead and grade it as I would otherwise, as far as making comments and making corrections and things like that, just so you can see some of the things you need to clean up and what needs to work on. But as far as your grade goes, I will give everybody full credit. Okay. This week, we're finishing up with sports broadcasting, and this week the focus is going to be on the live event. This is where you would be doing the play-by-play or the color commentary while you are broadcasting and reporting on a football game, a basketball game, baseball, curling, whatever that sport may be. A lot of people look at this and they don't think, well, is that really a journalist or what is it? I will tell you, the book that I'm working on, Show Me Sportscasters, where I've interviewed 15 play-by-play announcers across the state, the majority of them say, yeah, I view myself as a journalist because I am reporting on actual events as they are happening. I am telling the audience what is going on. I'm explaining some detail and doing some things like that. Not all of them said they felt like they were journalists, but a good number of them did. At least half of them said that they felt that way. So they view themselves as reporters. And it's a special skill. It requires a lot of pre-work, a lot of prep work, studying the teams, studying trends, studying statistics, looking for nuggets of information that can be thrown in to make the game more interesting, the broadcast more interesting. A lot of them said, you know, you technically doing a radio, you could do the whole broadcast just by looking out at the field and saying, this is the setup, this is where everybody's positioned, this is the score, this is what time is left, and just calling the game. But it would get rather bland and boring pretty quickly because people want to know why the quarterback knows how to read that defense and how that point guard came back from injury and those types of things. So we do a lot of prep work for that. You are very lucky in this class because Greg Hassler, the voice of the Mules, is taking the class as a special project, and he has shared with us some of the notes and the cards that he uses when he covers a sporting event. So I'm going to share those with you in this week's folder, and you can kind of learn a little bit from his expertise and his experience. Okay? Our sports focus this week is on bowling and golf. So you need to do your blog about one or the other, and then you have assessments over both of those. Due by Thursday is your highlight package assignment. Remember, I assigned that a couple weeks ago, so that is due Thursday, as is your sports talk show assignment. Those are due by midnight on Thursday. By midnight Friday, then, you have a flip card and play-by-play assignment that goes with what we're talking about this week. I gave you a little extra day there for that one. It shouldn't be too hard, but don't wait until Thursday night to start working on it, okay? If you do run into a jam, because I know that's a lot coming at you in the final week, you have had a couple of weeks to work on the two assignments that are due Thursday. But if you run into a jam, just let me know, and we'll talk through it, okay? What else was there? We do have a discussion board post for this week talking about critiquing. Yeah, your discussion board post this week, you have to watch a sporting event. And I want you to critique that sporting event, how the broadcasters did in talking about the game and advancing it. Whether it's, I said watch it, you could listen to one on the radio if that's what you'd rather do. Me personally, I've kind of gotten to the point where I would rather listen to a broadcast of a game on the radio because the television broadcasters start talking about all these other stories that, in my mind, and at times, start taking away from me watching the game. I get so distracted by what they're talking about, I forget, oh yeah, I was watching a football game or I'm watching a baseball game here. I really like to listen because they really have to get descriptive and explain things that's going on to me. So you can either watch or listen as you do the critique for that final discussion board post. Okay? I believe that's it. I hope you've grown this semester. I know it's been a lot. I know it's been packed in quickly into a 6-week session, but I hope you've grown, not just as a sports reporter, but as a sports fan. You've learned about some sports you didn't know too much about, You've gotten to do a little research about some of your favorite sports and learn more about them. You've come to gain an appreciation of the people who report on sports for you, whether that's on SportsCenter, whether that's in your daily paper, whether that's online, or whether that's watching the game and hearing from the men and women who broadcast it for us. So hopefully that has been achieved. I hope you really have enjoyed this semester and grown, and I hope you have a great rest of your semester.